Okay, but I think what I'll do on this one is I'll thin it first and then do a very simple stem. This one's got some cracking in here in this area, so I'm going to lose some width there to, you know, clean that off. And by cleaning off, I mean to strengthen it so I can dry flakes. And strengthening means removing the bad little, these bad small step fractured areas. You got to clean, drive some flakes to make it more, or make it less steppy. So there's still some steps in there. But I'm just going to drive flakes through there anyway. There's still some, you know, it's not perfect. And I could take a pressure flaker and make it perfect, but I'm just going to drive some flakes expediently. Now see, I can't see now. I'll bring the light back. That one stepped not too good, but I'm going to one more try and try to wipe a bunch of this off. I just blew away the platform, didn't do anything. So but I guess as you watch my videos, you'll know what happens. You know, I'll blow the platform off quite a bit, and then I'll just come back and either hit somewhere else right away, or you know, brush it to strengthen it for another strike. That one just a little bit. This, yeah, I should probably do like I was gonna do. Well, like I said, I could do is take a pressure flaker and make that look more perfect. Again, I don't know what you can see. I've got big ishy sticks too I can do this with. But, you know, I'm only taking off little flakes. This just saves my wrist. Yeah, I can feel some of those areas are powdery, which means there's still some cortex on the edge. And when that happens, you try to drive through that, and it absorbs a lot of the energy and it doesn't go anywhere. That crumbly stuff absorbs the energy and it doesn't, your flake won't go anywhere. Now these are not perfect pressure flakes. You can hear a lot of crunching beforehand. I'm not trying to drive anything. I'm just trying to make that edge stronger. And less steppy. Hear all that little crunching noises? I'm not driving long flakes. I'm going to try to drive a fairly big one here. See, the edge is looking a little bit more regular, a little bit less steppy. There's a big lump in the middle here, so I'm going to try to get that with a pressure flake. Try to smooth it down. It's pretty much the same as when I was using aluminum. The antler and aluminum are very similar, except the antler wears down much quicker, but you know, it moves really nice flakes. These are very flat, very nice. All right, so the edge is more regular now. I think you can see that. So now I can come back with a hammerstone and brush, get rid of those weak spots. I am abrading across too. I'll just give you an idea what the edge looks like, and hopefully that audio is good. I know I'm talking with my chin down, and it might not be projecting to the microphone. Sorry about that. I notice there are some weak spots in various areas. Yeah, I said I was going to thin it down instead of waiting. I was going to thin it down right now. So I'm going to switch over to the sharper, smaller one. I was using this one here. As you can see, there's quite a bit of damage already. Even on this heat-treated stone, that's really good quality. Getting a lot of damage. And if I can't get the flakes I want with this one, I'll switch back over to this one. I just feel like I can get in there better and get some more precise flakes with a sharper tip. Okay. Well, kind of, sort of. You can see where that one went. The flake didn't go that far, but it was nice and wide. And see, I'm not putting much pressure beforehand, so it's hard to explain when I do it and when I don't. Those little steps right there, that was a miss attempt. Those are common on real artifacts, those little steps like that. I'm going to switch back over to the fatter one. Now there's that little step is in the way, but I'm going to try to hit it on the other side here. Let's see. I'm not being as aggressive as I need to be, so I need to just Go to town. Yeah, that just might be a weird area. See how I prepared it well with the pressure flaker and with grinding and brushing and all that, and I still get these goobery step fractures and stuff. A lot of it has to do with the stone. You can see how it gets lighter in that area. The consistency of the stone is what's messing me up, I think. It's too soft, too powdery. Good one. Not good. But again, it's that little boogery area. Much better. All right, finally got that off. Initiated right here. Went past halfway. Took off most of that cortex. Now I just gotta work on these fat areas. Yeah, I could take a hammerstone and but I don't want to risk it. Oh, I just hit my tip of my finger really hard there. And you can see I just crushed the platform. It was a really good one too. It just crushed. And I'm not going to try to get into why they crush sometimes and why they don't. It also has to do with this is getting really lumpy, so it's not hitting with accuracy. I mean, you can't get any more accurate than with a punch, but when it's lumpy and it's starting to get weak in some areas, what you think is a strong spot is actually a weak spot, and it's not giving you the accuracy you need. And the general rule with natural materials is you're going to lose a lot more width than you're used to with metal. Metal, you can preserve quite a bit of the width, but with abo tools, there's a lot more edge preparation, a lot more, oops, took off too much, that kind of thing. Get another crush. That was right there. I'm trying to get, there you go. It's a little bit above center line too, if you notice. I'm trying to preserve width here, but it may not be working. I may need to go lower on that edge. I'm going to try a couple more times to see if I can do it. Yeah, no, this is really getting beat up, so I've got to prepare the edge better. You know, when this gets beat up, you've got to prepare the edge better, because you can't make up for a bad edge with a very precise tool tip. If you have a precise tool tip, you can get in there and find where, just barely where that platform is going to be stronger and angle it and get it in there and take off a flake. But if it's all nasty like this, you can't get into a very good spot to take a flake off. So this has all got to be really nice. Yeah, my wrist feels that right away. So much easier to use an Ishi stick. I can actually drive pretty good flakes on this material. So as we get toward the end, I'll be trying to do some long flakes with this pressure flaker. But I'm already getting kind of tired, so I don't want to mess it up. I might have to just finish up when it hits 30 minutes and then continue tomorrow. I'm not getting tired of this piece, is just in general, it's getting kind of late. Progress is not going as fast as I want it to be, but it is lowering. I was trying to run some pressure flakes off of that crushed platform area, but you know how it goes. If you got crushing, that you can't really run flakes, you know, either way, that way or that way, because it's all nasty. It is getting late because I don't know if I'm making any sense. Alright, let's see. And also getting back into these natural materials. The mindset changes because, you know, you can't force it to do what you want. With metals and stuff, you can just power through a lot of this. When you switch over to natural materials, the rock becomes the leader. You know, you have to follow what it wants to do. You can't force it to do anything. So I have to go with the flow on this. It's a different change of mindset. And if you're if your mindset is frustrated, you don't want to listen to the rock. You want to do what you want. You're tired of having to deal with this. You just want to get it done. So that's why many people have a hard time with it. Many times you have to go with the flow. You know, if there's a step fracture in the middle you can't get from anywhere else, you're just going to have to leave it in. If the edge is all wavy, but that's the only way you can get it thin, you're just going to have to deal with that and just leave it. If you got a big turtle back that you can't get out, or you don't want to risk breaking it, you just got to leave it in. Just like the real ones. I could feel something break there. There's a lot of antler deposited on that. But I need a big strike. Let's see. Now a hammerstone will just scoop that right out. I don't trust a hammerstone to go across. I need it to go across quite a bit. If I hit it with a hammerstone, I know I can get that mass off here on this side, but I don't know if it'll travel. It's still pretty high. The platform still should be lowered more, but I don't want to lose a width. See how it's already getting too narrow. Anyway, let's see. I'm not ready to take the glove off just quite yet. Still got a lot of force. Let's see. If I try a larger striker. The only problem is if I hit this accidentally, I'm in big trouble. Alright, here goes. Starting to get spongy. Getting all crumbly and not looking good. Just gonna have to deal with it because I can't be sitting here spending 15 minutes regrinding this on a piece of sandstone right now. Let's see. Another very beautifully crushed platform. I need a faster strike. Let's see. See, that was very similar to what I would get with a hammerstone. So, you know, obviously I'm not too happy about it, but at least it didn't break. Got a lot of weird ripples on the end. Okay, let's try it again here. Yeah. Something about the angle I'm not doing. Something I'm missing on the angle. It's not too late. It looks pretty nasty, pretty bad right now, but it's not really bad. I'm just gonna try to power through that. And I could take a billet or something and try to do it that way, but I'm not going to get anywhere. all I'm going to do if I do that is I'm going to lose a lot of the edge. I'm doing it this way because I want to preserve that width. I could hit it with a billet and, you know, take off really big flakes, but then I'm left with a real narrow piece. Here we go. Let's see if that worked. Well, kind of, sort of. I hit that hard and fast, and that was okay, but we'll need about 2 or 3 more of those at least. And you can see that that's pretty messed up here. I won't be able to use that platform. I might be able to hit down here coming into there, but I really got to fix that edge, and unfortunately I am going to end up losing a lot more width. Yeah, earlier when I heard some cracking, I guess that was it here. There's some incipient cracks. See that right in there? That ruined that the future chances of that platform are ruined by that crack right in here. And that was from a previous hit. I might not need to lose too much width, but we'll see. I could measure it and then see how much I lost, but I don't want to make myself feel bad. All that talk about preserving the width, and then I end up taking a lot off anyway. Could have just taken it down more and hit it with a billet. I'm gonna try to sneak in there a little bit more. See if I can get some good flakes while I still have this width. I don't know. Quartzite is a bitter abrader. I don't know, I'm getting some strange sounds there. Something's happening either with this or I'm hitting into some cracks. It just sounds funny. It sounds like it's not going anywhere. Yeah, there's some deep incipient cracks from one of the earlier hits. I'm already getting winded. I was hitting that really, really hard, but from previous hits, the previous strikes, you can see that there's some incipient cracks. What that means is there's cracks from before, unreleased flakes. This is such a really nice piece of stone. I hate to, well, I don't want to say that, but I could have already had it thinned down and made into a point by now with aluminum. But I have to get out of that mindset. Very nice strike. There may be a problem in the future with that incipient crack, but for now it looks okay. Just crush that platform again. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate that it stopped so soon. Let's see. This is kind of dangerous, but I can do that. It's dangerous because it can dive in. If that flake takes off, it could dive in. Maybe even overshoot. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Alright, so 32 minutes. Okay, I'm going to finish this up tomorrow when I have some rest, but it's already, you know, thin enough to make an authentic looking point out of it. It's probably 4:1 ratio width to thickness. Need to get down to about 5:1 or 6:1 for the really high quality stuff. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and it's already 33 minutes. Okay? Hope you guys can see that.